Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Erin, and today we have a foundation try-on and foundation wear, foundation review for the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I have it in the shade Natural, which is previously Porcelain. On the e.l.f. website, they have 5 colors available, but the shade range used to be 11 colors, but I don't know if they just sold out of those or they discontinued some of them. If I was to pick the exact shade that I think would be best for me, I would probably go with the shade Alabaster, but it's no longer available anywhere. So the Porcelain / Natural is going to have to work for me. Now this does claim to be oil free and have an SPF of 15. It has a glass bottle with a pump on it. I have been testing this out for the past 2 weeks and I've been very impressed. So I wanted to come on and do an application for you guys and do like another 2-day wear test just to show you how it's been wearing on my skin, since I do have so much problems with breakdown of foundations. If this thing can last on me all day, then I know it is a fabulous foundation. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and put my face on. If you guys watched my BoxyCharm video, then you saw me talk about this Bella Pierre correcting kit, and I didn't want to dabble in it that day, but I have been, dipping my brush into this. The green and the purple shade aren't really doing anything for me, but I do like using this orange shade, even though I was like, oh my god, that's a scary color. I do like using this to correct my under eyes, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on today as well. So that is the corrector on. I know that looks kind of scary, but I have not been sleeping well, so I have been very, very thankful for that corrector. But now I'm just gonna go in with the foundation on the back of my hand and do 2 pumps of it right there. It is a thicker formula, and I have my L'Oreal sponge, and we're just going to go ahead and go in and do our foundation. So that there is one coat. I would call this more of a medium coverage. It did go ahead and cover that correction that I had underneath my eyes, but you can still see my freckles over here. You can still see a little bit of my redness coming through. So I'm just gonna try to build this up a little bit in the areas that I wanna cover a little bit more. Alright guys, so that's about 1.5 coats sitting on my skin. I'm going to bring in my mirror and kind of look up close and see what it is looking like. See, I love this stuff. It doesn't look like it's just sitting on top of the skin. It looks like it has melted into my skin. It looks like it's a part of my skin. This stuff, I don't know, I was such an e.l.f. snob for a long time. Oh, do you guys love my old lady sleepwear? It's been so cold here, and a couple Christmases ago, my mother-in-law bought me pajamas, which included this old lady awesome rose print sleepwear. So whenever it gets cold, I put on my long sleeves and I cuddle up in bed. So don't mind my my lovely shirt here. But I was such an e.l.f. snob, and I was so unwilling to try their products because whenever I would go into the store, I would look at their display and everything looked the same because the packaging is so simplistic. Nothing jumps out at me, so I almost get frustrated or confused whenever I look at the e.l.f. display. And really, when I'm looking for something in particular, because the packaging all looks the same, I have a hard time finding certain things in my stores that carry e.l.f. So that's why I kind of almost look over it all the time. But I kept hearing such great reviews and just such great things about this foundation, and so I said, let me go ahead and try it. And holy moly, I'm glad I did. So I bought this one at Target. It is $5.99 there. I think it's $6 on the website. But holy moly, this has been my new go-to. But I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to show you what the face looks like, and then we'll check in throughout the day. All right guys, I got my big hair going today, but this is our final look. I went really bronzy on the lids, a little bit, neutral pinky on the lips, but I love this foundation. So I gotta go ahead and get dressed for work, and then I will check in with you guys throughout the day, and then we'll look to see how this makeup did at the end of the night as well. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. All right, you guys, wanted to do a quick little check-in. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. it's holding up really well. Like, I'm not having any separation. Not really having a whole lot of caking. I do have my oils coming through, but overall I am so super impressed with this foundation. And since I have been trying it out for the past 2 weeks, I kind of knew that this was the way that it was going to perform. I set it down with the Laura Mercier setting powder today, so I wanted to give it the best chance to kind of really stay and look beautiful today. And again, I am just so super thrilled with this. So I will check in again at the end of the night and see where we're at. Hey everyone, I am back for the final check-in for day number 1, wearing the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. If you see a little brown head, little bit is here with me. Let me get my mirror to come on. If I look up real close in my Simple Human mirror here, you guys can see that the foundation has worn off my nose. I've had a lot of allergy problems today, so I probably was rubbing my nose more than I'm usually doing. But after 12 and a half hours or more of wear for this, I'm looking very cakey around my chin. I'm cakey on my lip. I'm cakey around my forehead, which this area right here is very common for me to get cakey in, so that's not very surprising with any foundation, high-end or drugstore prices. But I mean, the rest of me out here that doesn't really get a whole lot of oil, that is still looking really, really good. I did not blot or touch up at all today, so that may have played into how this ended up wearing. But I mean, from here in the camera, besides my red nose coming through, I don't think it looks too bad. So I'm still not angry about it caking up like it did. Now, I did use the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer today. I used the Laura Mercier setting powder, and then I also used the NYX setting spray. So tomorrow I'm going to change it up a little bit with some different products under and over this foundation to see how it wears. Now today was Friday, so I had a full day of work. Tomorrow is Saturday. My husband and I are planning on doing some running some errands around town, so the foundation will get a little bit of wear tomorrow as well. But I am ready to get this makeup off my face, so I'm gonna go get ready for bed and get under the warm covers and cuddle with this little thing right here. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, we are here to do day 2 of the wear test on the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. Now today is Saturday, so we're going to be going out and running a little bit of errands, and then I have some work to do around the house. So that's the kind of activities I'm going to be doing today while wearing this foundation. So let's go ahead and get this on my face. I quickly wanted to show you that this is half of my face done, and I have my color correcting under my eye again today. But you can see that one thin coat of this foundation has really covered a lot of my discoloration, a lot of my redness, especially on my nose and my cheeks. And of course, I mean, it covers up that color correcting really, really well. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of the foundation application. So again, this is about 1.5 coats of the foundation. I ended up building up a little bit on my cheeks where I need it. I have a little bit of a breakout down here right now. The foundation does an all right job of covering some of that redness, but I still am going to go back in with concealer and cover those spots, and again, cover a little bit more of my dark circles. So we'll get the rest of my face on, and I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, guys, so this is our final look for the day. I ended up playing a little bit around with the Ablaze palette that I got for Christmas from Smashbox, and I'm really, really enjoying this, but it doesn't really have a good transition color in it. So I have to dabble into my Tarte Clay Play palette for a lot of things, but I just went really easy with a NYX Butter Gloss on my lips today. But I'm going to go ahead and get dressed, and we're going to head out to run our errands. I'll do check-ins throughout the day, and we'll see how this foundation holds up today. All right, guys, so it is now 3 o'clock, and I have been wearing the foundation for about 4.5 hours. You can see that it's kind of rubbed off here where I was wearing my sunglasses earlier, but that I can easily fix if I touch up with some powder. But overall, I think it is looking quite good. I am a little bit oily around here, but again, I have been super, super satisfied with this foundation. So whenever I get back from the grocery store, I'll look really close in my mirror and see how I'm doing, 5 times magnified with my Simple Human mirror. So I'll check in a little bit later. Bye. All right, guys, so we are doing our final check-in of the night. It is 8 o'clock, so I have been wearing this foundation for 9.5 hours. Today was a more lighter day because we just went out and ran errands. I went to the grocery store. I did like a million loads of laundry, vacuuming, things like that around the house. I wasn't as strenuous today as I was yesterday, and again, I also was not outside as much today as I was yesterday, but the foundation has held up better today than it did yesterday. It has hung on to my nose. It is a little bit rubbed off from my chin, but I was touching myself a lot today because I've been editing, so I've been kind of having my face in my hands, but it looks pretty dang good today. Now, I used the Coty Airspun powder today, and I hate to say that that powder holds up better than the Laura Mercier powder, but that little $5 powder has been amazing. I am completely 100% in love with this foundation. If e.l.f. actually had all 11 colors that they showed on their website, I would purchase it in Alabaster because that has that cool tone, pinky tone to it. But this is going to have to be a staple in my collection. This is going to have to be my go-to whenever I have parties to go to or work functions or I just want to look flawless, because this stuff is flippin' amazing. So for $6, you get a foundation that outperforms a lot of my high-end foundations. So if you have not tried this out yet, regardless of if you have oily skin or dry skin, I urge you to go out and purchase this and try it because you will fall in love with it. But that is all I have for this foundation review for the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. If you like this video or found it helpful, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up down below. Leave me a comment down below with how you like the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I always comment back, so I like chatting with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!